Well, hello there, tribe mates. Brian King here. I had a wonderful conversation with one of our community members yesterday about what to do when your child just seems unable to self-soothe. And this can be for teenagers, but in this case, it happened to be for a younger girl. Let's say, between like 4 and 6, 4 and 7. And the child was saying things like, I can't calm down, I can't catch my breath, I can't think straight, I can't. And this is typically in response to efforts by the parent to help the child self-calm. Well, in situations like this, there's a lot of things to consider or look for in yourself. That maybe this claim that they can't calm down is real. This is a child saying, I don't have any calming strategies, or I don't have any strategies that are readily available for me to call upon to help calm myself down. But the I can't calm down, the I can't get my thoughts together, whatever, those claims may also be code for you don't get it, mom, or you don't get it, dad. I'm really upset and I feel I need to be upset in order to communicate to you that I'm upset. Because sometimes the messages of, okay, let's do our breathing, let's remember to count to 10, sometimes those can feel invalidating because your child thinks, okay, they're trying to change the subject on me. They're trying me to calm down and they're not acknowledging the fact that I, in my mind, have a darn good reason to be upset in the first place. So one of the things I recommend, something that worked really well with my kiddos, and also many of the clients I worked with over the years, is to first validate the emotion before you invite them to start calming down. So one thing that worked really well with my boys is to say, I see that you're upset. I can see that you're overwhelmed by something. Whatever your empathy tells you is the emotion your child is experiencing. Anger, sadness, anxiety. Use that language. It also helps your child build their self-awareness and emotional vocabulary. But you say to them, I see that you're feeling anxious. I see that you're angry about something, and I really want to help you find the best solution. But in order to do that, we need to have calm minds. So right now, what do you say we practice our breathing? What do you say we practice our counting? Whatever the strategy was that you've been working on, and invite them to do it with you, model it, help them calm down. And once they're calm enough, then you can keep your promise about addressing the anger or the anxiety or whatever it is. That's one tip. Here's another one. When a child legitimately seems stuck, in that catastrophe or whatever they've whipped themselves up into, one of the best ways to help them de-escalate is to interrupt the pattern they've gotten themselves into. They're very emotional, very dramatic, whatever you want to call it, and their head's not engaged. So there's a simple way to get their head engaged, and that is a question that requires reflection. And this is how it would work. You have a child that's throwing a tantrum, throwing a fit, and you know darn well it's not working for them. It's not helping them get listened to. It's certainly not helping them be resilient. It's not moving them any closer to the solution. But they may not realize that because they're so caught up in, I'm angry, I'm anxious, I'm afraid, and the whole world needs to know it. So how do you help them realize that what they're doing isn't working? You ask a very pointed question. Now keep in mind, the things that your child has been saying is, I can't. I can't calm down. I can't catch my breath. I can't do anything to change my state. So the question I recommend you ask is, when did you decide to be helpless? Or when did you decide to give up? And if they say something like, well, I'm not helpless, I had to give up. Oh, because unless I'm hearing you wrong, you keep telling me all the ways you can't solve this problem or all the ways you can't make it better. To me, that sounds like you've given up. But if you're telling me you haven't given up, then what options do we have to help you feel better so that we can solve this problem? Now you've got the brain back engaged. And a child that's looking for some control over this, I need to alert the world to the fact that I'm angry. And they think that that choice or that approach gives them control. But when they realize that all the can't is actually giving up control, is actually exercising helplessness, they realize, man, that's not in alignment with what I was going for. I need to try something else. So they're much more open to calming down at that point and thinking more about their approach. So those are a couple tips I wanted to share with you. Hopefully they're helpful. And don't forget, if there are people that you know can benefit from this group, invite them in so they can be a part of this community. Let me know if this has been helpful, and always ask me any questions that you have. Until next time, this has been Brian. Thanks for being you.